Hi everyone, my name is Ayomide Ojo and this is Football Fans and Vibes, sports for by and of the fans. And we're here today on the International Day of the Girl's Child. Happy International Day of the Girl's Child to every amazing girl out there. I'm here with the Fortress Ladies Football Club. I'll be speaking about football as a tool for empowerment in Nigeria. I am here with another Favor.
Omori Saitman.
Coach Teresa Iyezu.
Okay, from your experience playing with the Fortress Ladies, what does football mean to you personally, and is it worth fighting for?
Yes, it's worth fighting for. And it's what I love doing most, the best. And yes, it's worth fighting for.
Thank you very much. Mary, Favor.
I'll say thank you for that question. I'll say football is more than just a game. It gives hope. It gives not just confidence. And as a player that I'm playing for Fortress Ladies, I'll say playing for Fortress Ladies are giving me the opportunity or the hope to see our young girls or our young girls build their confidence in sport. And also it's worth fighting for because it gives young girls the ability to strive more and fight better. It also makes them want in every aspect of their life.
Coach Teresa, the ladies just recently completed the Women Football League Championship and we're so close to Premier League qualification. So how did that journey shape the team? And what's the experience and lessons they've learned from that championship?
We just completed the Nigerian Football Championship campaign. It was a defining moment for us as a team. Even though we narrowly missed qualification to the Premier League, it just showed us that success is a process and every setback is a valuable lesson that was learned. For us as a club, it has reaffirmed our decision or our investment on platforming our girls for success. And for the players, I think it has showed them that they actually belong to the big stage and has fueled their hunger to go again next year. So though we must have missed us this year, it's just saying that we will be back next year and we will do better.
Okay, this question is for Captain Omori. You are quite young and you're already the captain. How do you balance being a player and being a captain?
Okay. Thank you for that question, Miss Ayo. I'll say it has not been easy. It has been challenging and difficult. Yeah. What I've learned is that I've learned to prioritize my responsibilities, communicating with my teammates and my coaches, leading by example, not just by example, but a good example. And I also say that both roles support each other. In terms of leadership, I'll say it has helped me to stay more focused, determined, dedicated, disciplined, and also it also keeps me to push more and it makes me to be an all-round responsible individual. Then I also talk about my ability to try to grow as a young player. I'll really say it has kept me enough to be humble. Though I lead, I also learn every day. Thank you.
That's amazing. So I also have here with me the MVP player of the Edo State Principals Cup, Favor. How was that achievement, helped you build confidence as a player?
Thank you very much. Really, player, I was really made me feel very confident. It's also made me feel made me dream bigger, not just to play locally, but also in the national team around here.
Wow, that's amazing. So to the captain, Omori, many girls your age feel like it is so big to be a leader and they are so scared to take up responsibility. What advice do you have for them to shape their leadership potential?
Thank you. I'll say don't be afraid to start. There's nobody that starts as a perfect leader. And of course, there's no perfect leader except God. Then I'll say as a young person, as for me as a young person who has started leading a big club or a club, I'll say it has really, really hard, like difficult. I'll say I was afraid, I was nervous because I saw the people I was leading that are bigger and better than me. But I just say to myself that, like, I can do it. I believe on myself. I believe in myself that I can lead those people. And also, I'll tell the young girls that out there that just believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Have a role model. Lead by example. Be good. Be disciplined. Be dedicated. And when you do all this, they'll start seeing the leadership roles in you. And you'll be like the leader for them.
I picked something. Just start. Okay, Coach Teresa. We have, lesser women coaches in the football system than the male. Do you think like this is not like a space to give the women more respect and authority as their male counterparts? Would you say that the system is not really giving the female more, what I'm saying, more respect and authority?
Thank you, Miss Ayo. I would say that it's a combination of both. Yes, it's a combination of there being structural barriers and also there not being enough respect and recognition in the system. Because to be honest, most footballing institutions, they were designed for men and were not designed with women in supporting roles, or they were not designed for women to be in leadership roles. So therefore, there is an opportunity gap, and opportunity are really important because even when women find themselves in these leadership roles or in those opportunities, they don't have enough mentors or guides, and so there is not a quick career progression. You get. So at the end of the day, when you have women that are even administrators, they are not recognized for their work. They might have the same qualification as the man, but most times their decisions will be questioned or overlooked.
Like it's everywhere.
Yes, it's everywhere, both in football. Their decisions might be questioned or overlooked. And so, you see that the recognition and respect that they deserve, they don't necessarily get it. And so, because it's a systemic, problem, we need to start changing the narratives. So we need to be more inclusive in creating these opportunities and promoting women or supporting women in leadership roles.
Thank you very much. That was very insightful. And today is our day, and I think everybody listening should take note of that. Women needs to be recognized better. We need to get the same respect. If you have a qualification, it shouldn't be about gender. I mean, both male and female. And for our MVP figure, in secondary school, how do you balance your education with playing at this level? At this age, you're playing at this level. You even won an MVP award. How do you balance both with your education and football?
It's not that easy for me to balance my education and football. And sometimes when I go back from the training, I feel so very tired. So I have to discipline myself. That I know that education is more important as my football is to me.
That's very insightful. Okay, Captain Omori, I say, if you could change one thing about women's football in Nigeria, like if you could change one thing that will make young girls strike better, what would it be?
Oh, I'll not just say one thing. There are several things to be changed, or there are several things to be adjusted. Because the majority of, or I'll say the people around, or people in the world, see female football at a secondary level because they don't believe in women. I'll say the female football in the grassroots level should be given more support, more exposure, good training facilities, good coaches, and also encouragement from the coaches, from the country also, and also from their parents. And I also talk about the premiership or the international side. They are training well, they have better coaches, they have exposure, they have everything. But I also say they should pay the same compensation with their male counterparts. So this will not give young girls who are willing to play or who are determined to play football more courage to start their football career. Thank you.
That's very, very amazing. Coach Teresa, looking at Edo State specifically, how many women do you think have transitioned, from playing locally to the international football? Well, the low rate of transition, because we have very low rate transition. What do you think is causing it? Like, who should we blame? Should we blame the government or the clubs for not, maybe drilling the players enough, or the players for not developing themselves enough? Who do you think we should give the blame to? Because we have very low transition of women playing locally to internationally.
I think Edo State has produced a number of international footballers, but the number is still very low compared to the amount of talent that abounds in this state. Edo State is blessed. You just have to go out there to see it, that we are truly blessed. And as such, because the number of transition is quite low, I think it's a shared responsibility. You can't just point finger to one person or one community or one organization and say that, oh, it's the fault of that person. It's a shared responsibility. Because the clubs have to develop these players to be at a certain standard, to be of quality. While governments also have their parts to play. They have to invest in facilities. They have to put in a better structure for the female football leagues in Nigeria. They have to bring in better opportunities and even maybe provide scholarship to these young footballers. And for the players themselves to have to push themselves. Push yourself to go out of your comfort zone. Because if you do not push yourself, you're just training in vain. You get? So it's a shared responsibility, and if everyone can come together to have a better collaboration, we can see more girls from Edo State breaking barriers and pushing forth into the international scene.
So we can't just blame one body. I like that response. Okay, I'm asking this as a general question. We could see that first a government official involved in sports today, in sport administration. What would be that one urgent request that you will ask to make women football better in Nigeria? Let's say you got the chance to sit that first, like, you know what I'm saying, officials that they can all develop sports in Nigeria. What would be that request you ask them? That one request.
To provide more facilities, both in training and in competitions.
And that's an amazing answer. Captain Omari.
I'll say they should encourage us more. Encouragement in the sense that they'll provide financial support, financial support in terms of boots, training equipment, and good pitch. Thank you.
Okay, Coach Teresa.
There are a lot of things that could be done, but we all know that you can't just pick one particular thing and say, oh, this is what is needed. Everything is equally as important. Good training facilities, better compensation, and even a better organizational structure. Because if you have good training facilities, you compensate more and there are more girls in football. Without a proper structure, it would collapse. So I feel that at the end of the day, we still have to put in place a better organizational structure for women's football.
So we're looking at structure, but even when they find it, there's a need to maintain structure. Now that's an amazing one. So, Coach Teresa, this is for you. For young girls who dream of playing football, and then they've seen this, financial insecurity, like the society is not encouraging them. What do you have to say to them? Like, what's your word of encouragement to them to go into football as a career?
Football is an amazing career. It is a rewarding career, but with all careers, there are ups and downs. And as faced in this country, the downside is mainly the financial insecurity and instability. So for young girls that aspire to be footballers or to go into football professionally, I would say that where there is a will, there is a way. If it is your passion to go into football professionally, I feel like there is a way for it. You can make it happen. There are footballers that do second jobs, that have menial jobs just to keep their dream alive. So if it is your dream, there is always a way for you to make it happen. So I would say don't give up. Don't give up. Things might not be rosy right now. Things might not look all fulfilling, but don't give up on your dream. Get there. Surround yourself with positive people. Register for an academy. Go for competitions and train hard. One day your dream is going to become valid.
Okay, amazing. So while we are working on a better structure and system, don't just go into football without having a backup plan financially. I think I get what you're saying. So you are going for a football training, you have something you're doing to bring in money. Wow, that's very amazing. Okay, so that is it today on International Day of the Girl's Child and football as a tool for empowerment for women. And we are pleading to our government officials and sports enthusiasts all around the world to help us do this better. Thank you all very much. Once again, like, follow, share, and subscribe.